Welcome back to another episode of That G Site. Tonight we're reviewing FF5.
Woohoo!
Fast and Furious 5. Furious 5. Oh yeah. I think, I'm gonna say it right now, best of the series. Best.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. And honestly, this is the first time I've watched Fast and Furious on the big screen. Out of all the series, this is the only one I've ever watched. Everything else I've watched in the DVD. DVDs.
I proudly can say that I've watched every Fast and Furious movie on the big screen. I always manage to get one of the guys to watch with me, you know, because these are guy movies. You don't take a date to watch Fast and Furious unless you want the date to knock you out. Yeah, it's a completely guy movie, and I agree with JV. It's the best of the series.
Oh yeah,
best of the series.
I'm happy that it met my expectations.
Yeah,
I read all the reviews.
I didn't,
and they were all raving about it. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
you know, because I mean, the Fast and the Furious movie, it's not a movie that you think, you know it's gonna be cheesy fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least.
Check your brain and let the door.
Exactly. But this one, I have to admit, they actually took it a notch in terms of action.
Yeah.
In terms of action. And I think the best way to describe this movie, this series, this episode, this one, is that it's like Ocean's 11.
Yeah. It felt like a heist movie.
Yeah.
It's a heist movie in the vein of an Ocean's 11, Italian Job, Three Kings.
Yeah.
I was thinking that the whole time.
Yeah.
It's not like the other Fast and Furious movies where, you know, it's just the cars racing or drifting. There's an actual point to the heist, and it's bloody brilliant. The action scenes were so well choreographed. The first scene with the train was brilliant, but that's nothing compared to the final climactic scene. Oh man.
Yeah, and what is great about this is that it's the fifth, installment, and they make use of the Fast and the Furious universe.
Yeah.
They gather all the assorted characters from the last 4 movies.
Yeah, it's like an all-star game where they bring out all the top stars from the previous movies.
Yeah.
And, okay, we're gonna do a heist.
Exactly.
We need a team.
And that's part of their team. Yeah. And that's brilliant. And then they bring it up another notch by bringing The Rock as their antagonist.
You know, The Rock and Vin Diesel have been like action rivals since the 90s. You know, these guys are supposedly the guys who are gonna inherit the mantle from Stallone and Schwarzenegger and Willis.
Yeah.
And for the both of them to be in the same movie, if you're not pumped for this, you're not a guy. Come on, I mean, really check your man card, because it's The Rock and Vin Diesel, and they get into a serious throwdown. You know, they throw the punches, they do the moves, they knock each other through glass and through walls. It's fun for guys.
Yeah.
Testosterone fest. Yeah.
I actually thought, for me, The Rock and Dwayne Johnson and Vin Diesel, they were actually my first 2 choices for Hellboy. Until they got Ron Perlman.
And apparently, Mike Mignola always wanted Ron Perlman.
Oh, yeah,
because kind of looks like.
Yeah, he kind of looks like
look like Hellboy.
Although when they first announced that there was gonna be a Hellboy movie, I was thinking maybe I think Vin Diesel could pull the part off.
Yeah.
Even Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
And just to see these guys just star.
And I'm just so happy that I've been a fan of The Rock in WWE since the mid to late 90s. And he's back in the WWE, thank God. And I'm so happy that he's not doing a Tooth Fairy movie for once. It's not a Disney movie, it's not Escape the Witch Mountain. This is an action flick. He gets to cuss, he gets to punch, he gets to shoot guns. He gets to do everything that you want your action hero to do. Basically, everything that Vin Diesel's been doing in the past few Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah. He's a complete hard ass.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a great addition.
Yeah.
For Fast and the Furious.
And here, of course, he's the antagonist because they're anti-heroes. The team of Vin Diesel and Paul Walker and Jordana Bruce Holland, they're all anti-heroes. So Dwayne Johnson's the government guy. He's the guy assigned to take them down. So he's not part of the team, but he's a good addition to that universe. Yeah, exactly like you said, James.
Yeah.
He's a good addition to that whole storyline that's been developing for the past 5 movies.
Right. And I'm surprised how much story they packed in here.
Yeah.
They really packed in a lot of story. I mean,
2-hour-long movie.
yeah. I mean, you know, they really at the beginning it's like, you know, there's a lot of hardcore action here. You know, they really grab you by the throat at the, you know, at the beginning, the opening scene.
Yeah.
Well, literally.
Yeah.
You know, and then
Yeah.
they go to the train sequence,
Yeah.
and then they like, you know, slow things down.
But
But
develop a little subplot here,
yeah,
little
subplots,
there.
gathering the team together,
Yeah.
planning the heist.
Yeah.
It's there, and that in itself is entertaining as well. You know,
Good villain in Joaquim de Almeida from Desperado. Yeah, from
and Clear and Present Danger.
Clear and Present Danger.
He's
yeah.
always been that the Latino,
the Latino
bad
guy, yeah.
He's like, oh, we need a Latino bad guy. Oh, let's get
that guy.
De Almeida.
Yeah. I think he was also in a season of 24. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in a
That's
season
right.
of 24
That's right.
when Jack Bauer went undercover in the Mexican drug ring. Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
So he's a good villain. I like the fact that Chris Hemsworth, Thor, his wife was here, Elsa Pataki.
Yeah.
And she's really hot.
Yeah,
she's really hot. She plays a Brazilian here, although she's actually Spanish.
I'm Spanish.
Yeah, she's actually Spanish, and she, you know, she's a good counterpoint to Vin Diesel, and she adds a little more estrogen here. I mean, you already have Jordana Brewster, and Gal Gadot is back from
Gal Gadot.
the
I like
the
her.
fourth movie.
She's I liked her here.
Yeah,
Gal Gadot,
yeah.
I liked her.
Yeah, Gal Gadot is stunning as always.
Yeah.
And you know, you get the funny guys like Ludacris, Chris Bridges, and Tyrese
Tyrese,
Gibson,
yeah.
who's Motormouth we all know from Fast and Furious 2 and the Transformers series.
Yeah.
And there's that other racing movie with Jason Statham. Yeah, there was another racing movie and Tyrese Gibson.
Death Race.
Death Race. Yeah, Tyrese Gibson was there
he's
too.
there too.
So here, you know, it's the usual, but to have Tyrese interacting with Ludacris and just them riffing off each other, and
Yeah.
Song Kang from Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift also there.
And so just to explain it, to clarify, that Song Kang guy, he you know, I hear he dies in Tokyo Drift, but you see, Fast Furious 5 is before Tokyo Drift. Just to clarify.